Norm.
Yeah.
All right.
Are live on YouTube.
Excellent. Thank you, Annette. Welcome, everyone, to the Corporation of the Township of Bonnechere Valley public meeting. It is Tuesday, May 20th, 2025 at 5:15 p.m. Can I get a confirmation of the minutes of the Committee of Adjustment? It was for the McNultys from November 14th, 2023, please. Moved by John, seconded by Merv. Any errors or omissions that you can remember so long ago? All in favor? Thank you, everyone. And now I've got our public meeting, our committee of adjustment for Philip, Mary Lou, and Curtis Harrington. Being 5:15, this meeting held by the Committee of Adjustment under Section 45 of the Planning Act is now called to order. Members are to state any pecuniary interest and the general nature thereof before items are discussed. Are there any pecuniary interest or general nature thereof? I see none. We need, oh, sorry, I got that. The property, first of all, is at 7 Milky Way. The property owners are proposing to replace the existing cottage currently occupying a gross floor area of 53.51 meters, which is 24 by 24 feet. The new cottage is said to have an approximate gross floor area of 72.46 meters squared, which is 30 by 26 feet, and will include the addition of a full basement. The new cottage will be built on the original cottage footprint, but the new cottage will extend to the north wall by approximately 2 feet and the west wall by 6 feet and add a full basement. Under section 3.18.3 of the local zoning bylaw, any building or structure may be repaired or replaced provided the new building, in this case a cottage, does not further contravene any requirements of the zoning bylaw and does not increase the height, size, or volume of the building. In this proposal, the proposed dwelling cottage will increase both size and volume of the existing building. Therefore, permission for a variance to section 3.18.3 will be required to allow for a larger building. Under section 9.2D of the local zoning bylaw, the minimum interior side yard setback is 3 meters, which is 9.8 feet. In this proposal, the new cottage will further encroach into the minimum required side yard, which is the east lot line. The actual proposed setback will need to be confirmed. This will require permission for a variance to the zoning bylaw from the 3-meter minimum requirement to the proposed setback distance. The public meeting is a requirement of the Planning Act. In accordance with the Planning Act, notice must be given to all neighbors at least 10 days before the public meeting is held. Would the clerk please report on the notice of circulation?
On April 16, 2025, the notice was circulated to all property owners within 60 meters of the subject property. Notice of the meeting was posted on the township's website.
Thank you. The 10-day notice having been given, I now declare this meeting properly constituted to transact its business. Would the clerk report on any written comments received?
There were none.
Excellent. Do any members of the public wish to speak to the minor variance? Does the owner or agent for the property wish to speak to the minor variance? And I know we had a lot of information in our packages. Are there any comments or questions from the Committee of Adjustment? Excellent. I think that the county gave us a lot of food for thought today. It seems like a lot of hoopla for 6 feet to one side and 2 feet to another, but we do have to go through this process, and I'm sure that the applicants will be very happy. This therefore completes the public meeting process. Committee will give careful consideration to the arguments for and or against the minor variance requested for this property. Section 45(1) of the Planning Act sets out 4 tests that are required to be met. In order for the approved application, must meet all 4 tests. Does the application conform to the general intent and purpose of the official plan? Does the application conform to the general intent and purpose of the zoning bylaw? Is the application desirable for the appropriate development of the lands in question? Is the application minor? When determining if the application meets the 4 tests, the Committee of Adjustment will consider all comments and reports prior to making a decision. Is the committee prepared to make a decision for and or against the minor variance? Brent is giving me a yes. John is giving me a thumbs up. and Merv is giving me a thumbs up. So we are prepared to allow this minor variance? Is that what
Yes.
I'm getting from the committee? Okay, excellent. The decision of the Committee of Adjustment will be circulated to the applicant and anyone who has submitted comments. Notice is hereby given that the last date for appealing this decision to the Ontario Land Tribunal is June 14th, 2025, and I declare this public meeting closed at 5:20 p.m. Thank you, committee, and thank you to our guests in the back. I'm sorry, we didn't realize people would be there, and we thought we were safe, but have a great evening.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.